Have your legs started feeling heavier than usual? Do simple tasks like walking across the room or standing for a few minutes feel harder than they used to? Maybe your knees ache more than before, or perhaps the stairs feel longer and steeper. Deep down, you might wonder if this is just aging or if something else is going on. You're not alone. Many people over 60 experience this slow, creeping weakness in their legs. It starts subtly, a misstep, a little wobble, or soreness after standing too long. Over time, these small signs build into something much harder to ignore. What most people don't realize is that it might not be aging at all. In fact, it could be the very things you're eating and even the vitamins you're taking that are making your legs weaker. You might be taking certain vitamins with good intentions, thinking they're keeping your bones strong, your muscles fit, and your joints healthy. But these two vitamins, when consumed the wrong way, can do the exact opposite. They can strip strength from your legs, leave your muscles shaky, and make every step more difficult. There's more to this picture. A combination of dangerous everyday foods, inflammation-triggering habits, and supplements that overload your system. Together, they quietly attack your muscles and joints from the inside. Day after day, bite after bite, pill after pill. That's why I want to welcome you to Senior Fit, where we share life-saving information to help you stay strong, independent, and active well into your golden years. If you care about your health and your future, go ahead and subscribe. We're in this together. If your legs have been feeling weaker lately, if you're noticing soreness after short walks or stiffness that won't go away, stay with me. The answers you're looking for are closer than you think. The human body, especially after 60, becomes incredibly sensitive to what we put in it. The food we eat and the supplements we take can either strengthen or sabotage us. Today, we're diving into the hidden dangers that may be draining your legs of their strength without you even realizing it. Let's begin with something we all love: desserts. Those sweet little pleasures that brighten our day. Cookies, cakes, pastries, that slice of pie after dinner may seem harmless, even comforting. But after 60, sugar becomes a silent enemy to your legs. Refined sugar creates inflammation in the body, especially affecting the joints and muscles, making them more sensitive, painful, and prone to weakness. Sugar also interferes with your body's ability to use insulin effectively, which means your muscles can't absorb glucose, their primary fuel. Without enough energy, muscles begin to weaken. That's when you start feeling more tired after walks, more sore after chores. It's not just aging, it's the sugar. Then comes the weight gain. Sugar adds pounds, and every extra pound puts more pressure on your joints, your knees, ankles, and hips. That pressure wears them down day after day, step after step. It's no wonder leg pain and fatigue become more common as sugar creeps into the daily diet. Even worse, sweet treats offer little to no real nutrition. They lack protein, magnesium, and what your muscles truly need. What you get instead are empty calories that inflame and weaken your legs. That cookie or slice of cake might be costing you strength you didn't know you were losing. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up dessert forever. Just choose better: fresh fruit with a sprinkle of cinnamon, homemade oat-based treats, natural sweeteners. There's so many ways to satisfy a sweet tooth without sacrificing your legs. Next, let's talk about something many of us grew up loving: fried foods. Crispy, salty, golden, and delicious, but after 60, fried foods can be one of the most damaging things for your muscles and joints. That satisfying crunch comes at a cost. Fried foods are full of saturated and trans fats, two of the biggest triggers of inflammation in the body. These fats stiffen your joints and inflame your muscles. They also slow down your blood flow, and when circulation is poor, your muscles don't get the oxygen and nutrients they need. That means more pain, more stiffness, and slower recovery after even the smallest amount of physical effort. Ever felt your legs feel heavier and more bloated after a fried meal? That's not your imagination. That's your body struggling to cope with what you just ate. And it's not just the fats. Fried foods also clog arteries, reduce blood flow to your legs, and rob your muscles of strength. Here's something most people forget. Fried foods have almost no nutritional value. No protein to repair muscles, no vitamins to support joints, just fat, oil, and inflammation. It's time to make the switch. Bake your chicken instead of frying it. Use an air fryer. Choose grilled vegetables instead of battered sides. Little changes can make a huge difference in how your legs feel each day. Now, let's move on to something that sits on almost every breakfast table: white bread. It's soft, fluffy, and comforting, toasted, buttered, or made into sandwiches. But white bread is made from refined flour that has been stripped of its nutrients and fiber. It's what we call a fast carb. It breaks down quickly into sugar and causes a spike in blood sugar levels. Then comes the crash. That sugar crash leaves your muscles starving for energy. Over time, it affects your insulin sensitivity, energy stability, and ability to maintain muscle mass. And because white bread is low in protein and nutrients, it does nothing to support your legs. In fact, it may be doing the opposite, contributing to fatigue, imbalance, and muscle loss. But here's the fix: whole grain bread. Try oats, rye, sprouted grains. They release energy more slowly, help stabilize your blood sugar, and when paired with healthy fats like avocado or protein like eggs, they become a real source of nourishment, not a source of strain. This next one might surprise you. Alcohol. A glass of wine, a beer with dinner, a celebration toast. Harmless, right? But for people over 60, alcohol affects the body differently. Your liver processes it more slowly, and the effects linger longer. Alcohol interferes with your ability to absorb essential nutrients like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D, the building blocks of strong bones and healthy muscles. Without them, your legs suffer. You might feel sore longer, take more time to recover from activity, or experience more cramps, stiffness, and fatigue. Alcohol also dehydrates the body, which tightens muscles and makes injuries more likely. And on top of that, it adds empty calories that often go straight to the belly and thighs, increasing the load on your lower body. Have you ever woken up after drinking and felt extra tired or achy the next day? That's no coincidence. That's your body asking for a break. The solution? You don't have to give it up entirely. Just be mindful. Drink less often, hydrate more, and explore delicious non-alcoholic alternatives. So far, we've uncovered 4 major culprits: sugar, fried foods, white bread, and alcohol. And you might already be connecting the dots. The foods you once saw as harmless might actually be causing your legs to feel heavy, sore, or unstable. But we're not done. There are more everyday foods that weaken your muscles. And most shocking of all, we haven't even touched on the 2 vitamins. Yes, vitamins that may be quietly draining your strength. They're coming very soon, and when I reveal them, you may want to head straight to your medicine cabinet. Stay with me. This could change the way you move, feel, and live starting today. Now, let's continue peeling back the curtain because we're only getting started. There are other foods, common, everyday staples that might be sitting in your pantry or refrigerator right now. Foods that seem innocent enough, maybe even convenient, but that slowly erode the strength in your legs over time. Let's talk about something many people rely on for convenience: processed meats. Sausage, bacon, ham, hot dogs, deli meats. They're easy to cook, tasty, and last longer than fresh cuts. But that convenience comes at a steep cost. These meats are packed with sodium and preservatives, especially nitrates and nitrites, which are known to cause chronic inflammation. That inflammation doesn't just float around harmlessly. It settles in your joints, tightens your muscles, and stiffens your movement. Ever wake up with aching legs or stiff knees that take a few minutes to warm up? That may not be just age. It could be your breakfast sausage talking. Processed meats are also full of saturated fats, which clog arteries and reduce blood flow to your legs. And where there's poor circulation, there's poor muscle function. Your legs don't get the nutrients or oxygen they need to stay strong and bounce back. Over time, This leads to slow muscle loss, joint deterioration, and eventually a loss of independence. But you're not helpless. You can make the swap. Choose lean, fresh proteins like grilled chicken, turkey, fish, or eggs. These give your muscles what they need without the inflammation, without the damage. Let's move to something that might seem innocent: instant noodles. They're quick, cheap, easy to make, but they are also nutritional disasters. Instant noodles are made from refined flour, soaked in preservatives and flavor enhancers like monosodium glutamate, MSG. And just one bowl can pack more than half of your daily sodium limit. That sodium causes fluid retention, leading to swelling in the legs, puffy ankles, heavier thighs. You know the feeling. And MSG, it doesn't just enhance flavor. It interferes with your nervous system, causing fatigue, cramps, and in some cases, tingling or numbness in your limbs. These aren't just side effects. They're signals that your legs are being robbed of vitality. And here's the harsh truth. Noodles like these offer almost no fiber, no protein, and no valuable micronutrients. That means your muscles are running on fumes while your body struggles to deal with a chemical overload. So next time you're tempted by convenience, consider this. Real food heals, fast food harms. Now, let's talk about something that smells like childhood and tastes like celebration. Store-bought cakes. Pre-packaged, pre-sliced, beautifully frosted cakes. But underneath that sugary smile lies a dangerous mix. Refined sugar, hydrogenated oils, and artificial preservatives. These cakes spike your blood sugar, inflame your tissues, and fill your muscles with fatigue instead of fuel. One ingredient in particular, trans fat, is used to keep those cakes fresh on the shelf. But inside your body, it's doing the opposite, hardening arteries, limiting blood flow, and causing stiffness in your legs. Over time, this contributes to serious mobility loss. And there's more. Artificial dyes and emulsifiers that don't just make food colorful and smooth. They confuse your immune system and spark inflammation, especially in the joints. Your legs pay the price, but you don't have to give up sweet moments. You can recreate those memories with real ingredients. Whole grain flours, fruit-based sweeteners, healthy fats like olive oil or avocado oil. A slice of homemade goodness can nourish your soul and your legs. Speaking of sneaky ingredients, let's talk about ultra-processed cheese. That gooey, melty, pre-packaged slice on your sandwich or that cheese spread in a jar may seem harmless, but they're often loaded with sodium, saturated fats, and additives like phosphates that interfere with mineral absorption. Your body depends on minerals like calcium and magnesium to keep muscles flexible and strong. But these additives block absorption, causing cramps, spasms, and fatigue. And as circulation slows from the excess sodium, your legs swell and ache more often. It's a slow, silent weakening. So what can you do? Choose better cheese. Try fresh options like ricotta, cottage cheese, or even hard cheeses in moderation. They provide quality protein and fewer additives, keeping your legs light, not heavy. Now, picture this. A hot day, and you reward yourself with a scoop of ice cream. But not just any ice cream. Store-bought commercial ice cream packed with sugars, artificial flavors, and saturated fats. It tastes like joy, but it moves like poison. These sugars create a roller coaster in your blood sugar levels, leaving your muscles tired and underfueled. The fats clog your arteries, and the additives ramp up inflammation in your legs. Over time, you may notice tingling, numbness, or cramps after eating certain treats. That's not a coincidence. That's a consequence. Your body needs foods that fuel it, not confuse it. Next, let's address a common favorite: milk chocolate, especially those cheap, sweet bars we grab in the checkout line. They're sweet, comforting, even marketed as a mood booster. But most milk chocolates contain very little actual cocoa, the part that has health benefits, and instead are packed with refined sugar and fat. This combination creates a metabolic storm. Blood sugar spikes, insulin resistance rises, and muscle energy plummets. The result: legs that feel tired before you even start moving. Instead, look for dark chocolate with high cocoa content. In moderation, it can actually help your circulation and reduce inflammation. Yes, chocolate can still be part of your life if you choose wisely. Next, let's look inside your pantry again, canned foods. Whether it's canned soup, canned meats, or even canned vegetables, the problem isn't always the food itself. It's what's added to keep it preserved. Sodium, benzoates, nitrates. All of these contribute to inflammation, swelling, and nutrient depletion. Some even interfere with your body's ability to absorb magnesium and potassium, two minerals critical to muscle strength. And then there's the aluminum lining in some cans, which can build up in the body over time and may impair muscle function. If your legs feel bloated, tired, or crampy, and you're eating canned foods often, there may be a connection. So what's the answer? Go fresh when you can, or choose frozen vegetables with no added salt. You deserve better fuel for the road ahead. Inflammatory power like leafy greens, fatty fish, olive oil, berries, and whole grains. Drink more water, move your body daily, and let go of the sugary, fried, and processed foods that may be slowly robbing your legs of strength. You deserve to feel stable. You deserve to walk with confidence. And you deserve to live a life of movement, not limitation. And it's never too late to take the first step. If this message resonated with you, please share it with someone you care about. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel, Senior Fit, for more practical, science-backed tips to help you stay strong, healthy, and independent at every stage of life. Your legs are more than limbs. They're your freedom, your foundation, and your future. Take care of them, and they'll carry you far. So let's take a moment and breathe. What have we really uncovered today? You now know that leg weakness after 60 is not just a normal part of aging. It's a warning, a message from your body that something inside is out of balance. You've learned that some of the foods we reach for out of comfort, like sweets, fried snacks, white bread, processed meats, and canned goods, aren't just empty calories. They're silent thieves, stealing your strength day by day, meal by meal. And you've also discovered a shocking truth. Even vitamins, those tiny pills we take to stay healthy, can do damage if we're not careful. Vitamin A, when taken in excess, builds up silently in the body, triggering muscle inflammation, cramps, and fatigue. Vitamin E, when oversupplemented, interferes with muscle performance, recovery, and even balance. Both are essential in the right amounts, but both become dangerous when taken too far. This is not about fear, it's about awareness. It's about giving you the power to make informed choices that protect your body and your independence. So what now? What should you do if you've seen yourself in this story? Start by taking inventory, not just of your supplements, but of your daily choices. Check the labels on your multivitamin. Look at how much vitamin A and vitamin E you're really getting. Are the doses high? Are they synthetic? Are you doubling up unknowingly with fortified foods or separate pills? If so, pause, reevaluate, and talk to your healthcare provider about what your body actually needs. Then take a walk through your pantry. Are there instant noodles, sugar-loaded cereals, packaged cakes, processed meats, or flavored snacks packed with MSG? You don't have to throw everything out today. Just begin. Start replacing the worst offenders with real, whole foods. Choose foods that calm inflammation, not fuel it. Foods that build muscle, not break it down. Foods that support circulation, energy, and healing. Because your legs deserve more. They deserve to feel light, strong, capable, and pain-free. Imagine what your days would feel like if you didn't dread the stairs, if you could take a long walk without stopping, if you had the strength to kneel, to stretch, to carry your own groceries again. That's not a dream. That's the life your body wants for you. And it begins with the small choices you make today, tomorrow, and every day after. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Eat with purpose, move with joy, supplement with wisdom, and most of all, trust that your body can still change, can still heal, can still grow stronger, even now. Because it can. We see it every day in this community. People over 60, 70, even 80 reversing weakness, regaining strength, rediscovering independence. Not with magic, not with expensive treatments, but with knowledge, intention, and a willingness to try. So if this message spoke to you, share it. Someone in your life may be wondering why their legs ache, why they feel tired, why they've lost that spring in their step. This video might be the answer they didn't know they needed. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button now. Here on Senior Fit, we're building a movement, one where age is not a sentence but a season, a time to live wisely, move freely, and feel empowered in your own body. Every week, we share tips, stories, and science to help you thrive, not just survive after 60. Because you're not done yet. You're not broken. You're still becoming. Your legs are your freedom. So protect them, fuel them, strengthen them, and walk forward into the next chapter with confidence, with courage, and with care. Muscle tissue. It signals the body to convert muscle protein into quick energy, especially when the body feels under threat or exhausted. And while that response might have helped our ancestors run from danger, in today's world, it's just slowly eating away at our strength. The higher your cortisol levels, the harder it becomes for your body to build or maintain muscle mass. And the more coffee you drink, particularly in large amounts throughout the day, the more that cycle repeats itself. But the damage doesn't end there. Coffee also interferes with something that's essential to muscle recovery: sleep. You see, muscle repair doesn't happen while you're moving or eating, it happens while you sleep. During deep sleep stages, your body releases growth hormone, which plays a key role in repairing tissues, rebuilding muscle fibers, and helping you feel rested and strong the next day. But when caffeine lingers in your system, especially if you drink coffee in the late afternoon or evening, it shortens those deep sleep cycles. You may still fall asleep, but the quality of your rest is reduced. And over time, that adds up to less recovery, more breakdown, and gradual loss of strength. And then there's the acidity. Coffee is acidic by nature, and for some people, it increases inflammation and digestive issues that indirectly affect how well the body absorbs nutrients. The more inflammation in your body, the more vulnerable your muscles become to wear and tear. So what can you do? You don't have to give up coffee completely, but it's important to be mindful of how much you drink and when you drink it. 1 or 2 small cups a day, ideally in the morning and after eating something, can allow you to enjoy the benefits of coffee without overwhelming your system. Avoid drinking coffee late in the afternoon or evening. Your muscles will thank you for the deeper, more restful sleep. If you feel like you need something warm throughout the day, consider green tea. It contains less caffeine and it's rich in antioxidants that actually support muscle and brain health. Herbal teas like chamomile, ginger, or rooibos are also great choices. Soothing, hydrating, and mineral-friendly. And don't forget to replenish. If you drink coffee regularly, make sure your diet includes foods rich in calcium and magnesium. Leafy green vegetables, cooked seeds like chia or sesame, nuts like almonds or walnuts, and mineral-rich water when possible. These small steps help balance the effects of caffeine and keep your body in a state that supports muscle function instead of draining it. Because strength isn't just built in the gym or in the foods you eat. It's protected in the choices you make moment by moment, sip by sip. And now that we've reached the end, let's take a quiet moment to reflect. White bread and refined flours, fruit juices that strip away fiber and flood the liver, processed meats that inflame and starve the muscle, raw spinach consumed in excess blocking essential minerals, and coffee, when taken too much or too late, silently stealing rest and repair. They're so common, so familiar, yet each one carries a hidden weight, a quiet cost to the strength you depend on every day. But here's the beautiful truth. It's not too late to change. Your body is still listening, still adapting, still ready to rebuild, even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s. Small choices can lead to powerful results. Choosing real food over processed, cooking simply instead of relying on convenience, swapping the quick fix for the long-term fuel your muscles crave. Think for a moment. How many of these foods are part of your daily routine? What surprised you the most? And more importantly, what change will you make today to protect your strength? Because strength isn't just the ability to lift something heavy. It's the freedom to live life on your terms, to walk, to move, to stay independent, to reach for the things you love without hesitation. If this message has opened your eyes, I encourage you to share it with someone you care about, a spouse, a friend, a neighbor. Because we're not just aging, we're still living, and we deserve to live strong. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the Senior Fit channel, your home for weekly trusted advice on aging well, eating smart, and staying powerful in every chapter of life. Let's keep growing stronger together.